श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। ஷீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதார்ய கவிதார்க்கிகேசரி வேதாந்தாச்சார்யம் வர்யோ மே சந்நிதத்தாம் சதா. ராமானுஜதயா பாத்ரம் ஞான வைராக்யபூஷணம் வந்தே ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம். சீரொன்று தோப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியோ வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர போமளவும்
have the last sentence in the page 113. Mudal Swarakshabhara Nikshepa Rupayana Sharanagati. So what is the total surrender? So what is the nature of total surrender? So first we tend to think initially without the knowledge of anything. So we tend to think that we protect ourselves. We save ourselves. We were discussing about the patients, doctors, hospitals, and so on. So we think that we protect our health. Swaraksha. Not only that, of course, the Jivatma, the individual soul, so he is being protected from attacks from other outside agencies. That is, let us not pollute our soul. So the pollution comes from outside, and that pollution must be stopped. And we think that we stop the pollution. Swaraksha. Then after a lot of thinking and after study of books and after learning from the preceptors, we understand that we have to entrust the responsibility of our own protection. The soul, we are all talking about the soul, not the body. It includes the body, but body is not more important than the soul. The soul is more important than the body. So the soul must be protected. That is, it should have all kinds of screening. So we entrust the responsibility of protecting the soul to the Lord. So what do? Nikshepa. We submit, we deposit our soul. Rather, we return our soul. The soul is not our property, and therefore we are returning the property of the Lord. So, Swarakshabhara Nikshepa. That is the Rupam, nature of. Yeah.
இந்த பரங்கிறதுக்கு என்ன? பரங்கிறது வந்து உயர்ந்ததா இல்ல இந்த பரன் சுரக்ஷா ஆகுமா?
இது வந்து நாலாவது பா.
பர, ஓகே, பர.
Good question, because it is only in Tamil. It's in Tamil, so we tend to change it. So we understand differently the word. So Bhara is Daksha Bhara. You take the first verse of Nyasa Dashakam.
Okay.
Aham Madrakshana
Madrakshana Madrakshana Palam Dada,
Palam.
Namaste Atman.
And there it's a very curious usage by Vedanta Deshika that when I say Aham Madrakshana Paro, I am busy with protecting myself. Paraha is engaged. Paraha is engaged. So initially we think that we protect the soul and therefore we are busy with that. So para as you said, the highest also. Para, Paramatma, Parat Param. Param itself means highest. So even that word, letter Pa, can be taken here as Swaraksha Para. We have been very busy. We call ourselves busy. That we are taking care of the soul. So Swaraksha Para. Then the whole word Swaraksha Para refers to the devotee, surrender, Saranagata. Then Nikshepa. Then he is deposited.
இல்ல இந்த பர நிக்ஷேப கூட பரங்கிறது பெருமாள்கிட்ட ஒப்படைக்கிற மாதிரி அப்படி பர நிக்ஷேப அப்படின்னு சொல்லணும்.
ஆமா ஆமா பர இஸ் பார.
பர இல்ல பர இல்ல பர நிக்ஷேப அப்படின்னா பரங்கிறது ஒஸ்தியான பெருமாள்கிட்ட
அதுவும் சொல்லலாம். Sanskrit words can give to so many shades of meaning. As you said, Swaraksha Paranikshepa, right? Join with Nikshepa, Paranikshepa. That means you entrust the protection of the soul, Jivatma.
Highest regard.
Right. Good. See, this is what a Sanskrit knowing person can divide the words and then find out the different meanings. Right, you are right. Para Nikshepa. So, Pare Nikshipati. So, he deposits in the Supreme Soul. Para Nikshepa, Rupa. That's also good. But generally, this word, I think it is not given in the notes, and therefore you can take it in any way. Is a fourth letter or the first letter. Para or Bhara. Of course, not the other two. Impossible for the other two. Pa or Ba. PHA or BA is not possible. So, as you said rightly, Swaraksha, that is why we need your presence, August presence. So, Swaraksha Paranikshepa. So, protection of one's self. Self, when you say self, it is soul, Jivatma, the individual soul. Paranikshepa deposited in the highest Almighty. That is called Sharanagati. So, in this case of, in this nature of surrender, what do we see? Sakalasthaniyangalam. So, we must look into all aspects related to Sharanagati. So, we have got a lot of places to visit for understanding total surrender. Sharanagati in Sakalasthaniyangal. So, what are the Sakalasthaniyangal? We will see in page 140. Sakalasthaniyangalai sollitrai. Now, this is what we understood earlier, namely, Anjali Baddha Hastam. So now take it as no Anjali was done. Anjali was not done. So he doesn't look weak. Deenam. The word look at the words like this. So the surrenderer, so-called surrenderer. We don't say surrenderer. Take the example of hunter who came to the bottom of the tree in winter while it was raining. He reached the place of the tree. That's what Rama recommended, that even if a surrenderer unknowingly reached the place of the protector, then he should be protected. And therefore, number one is he is not keeping his palms together. Anjalim na karoti. He does not do that Anjali. Number one. Number two, he doesn't look weak. If he looks weak, one can go and rescue him, save him, protect him, take care of him, and so on. But it is not so. Deenam. So he doesn't beg. He doesn't openly say the words also. Yachantam. So all these words are not there. That is what we call sakala sthaniyangalan. So each aspect, if you probe into the Sharanagati's requirement, see, we say 5 steps. Karpanyam, akinchanyam, helplessness. We must feel helplessness. That's the first step. Then pratikulya varjanam, anukulya sankalpaha, goptrutva varanam, rakshishyati iti mahavishwasaha, then Sharanagati. So in all these steps, you find that nothing has been done. Nothing has been, no step has been followed. That's the meaning here. So Sakala Sthaniyangal. We are recommended to do all these things. So Tavasmi iti yachate, we must beg, we must say, I belong to you. So when we don't open our mouths, then yachantam, then finally what? What is the word? Sharanagatam. So these 4 aspects. All the 4 sthaniyas are not observed by the surrenderer. Even if it is so, that is okay. Only word is Sharanagatam is, he is not calling himself a surrenderer, but he has reached a place where the Sharanya is there, protector is there. That's all. Sharanam Agatam, that's all. Sharanam Agatam means he has come to a place where there is a shelter.
A
We
right
used to
place.
say,
No, a right place. Just be a right person.
என்ன சொல்லுங்க?
Not be a right person. He reached the right person.
Right person. That is one who can protect, capable of protecting. இல்ல இந்த வேடிக்கை ஒன்று பழமொழி சொல்வா தமிழ்ல. There is a proverb in Tamil saying that are you educated when you ask a question to someone? Are you educated? Have you studied in school or college or university or correspondence course? Yeah, some used to say, even for not getting drenched by rain, I have not entered into a school. ஒரு மழைக்கு கூட நான் பள்ளிக்கூடத்துல ஒதுங்கினதில்லை. In order to save me from rain, I have not entered into unknowingly into a school. So that means I am illiterate. That's what we say. I'm not a man of letters. Letters in the sense I don't know ABCD. So in that way, as you said, the right person must be approached. That is different. That's why we have a step called Goptrutva Varanam. You choose the protector. Goptrutva Varanam, choice of the protector. And how do you know that protector is a good person to protect? That also we don't know. That is by luck, by good luck, by the blessings of God again. That we have to say. By the blessings of God, the hunter has come to a place where the protector is. And the protector, as you said, a right person, a fitting person, or a fit person to protect. And in the case of the hunter, he appealed to the tree. The prayer was to the tree Devata, the goddess of the tree, and not to the bird, but the bird protected. So it is the decree of the Lord Almighty to help the hunter, not through the tree, but through the bird. That was the luck for he was fortunate for the hunter. Hunter was fortunate or to be lucky to be saved by the bird. So என்று பூர்ண சரணாகதியை சொல்லுகிறதாகவும். Now, having known these steps, having understood the methodology of Sharanagati, we must follow. And Vibhishana was I think, almost complete in Sharanagati. And therefore, he is understood to have done Purna Sharanagati. And Purna Sharanagati is different from Sharanagati. Sharanagatam is different from Sharanagati, namely one who has reached the place of protection and so on. Vibhishana's judgment over Vibhishana. So Vibhishana is assessed that he has done Purna Sharanagati. So that also must be done with, if we have knowledge, then we must do only with that, with those steps completed. Now, na hanyat. Again, the same question. The result is positive. The surrenderer is not killed. The surrenderer is not killed. Tan aliyat cheydal. Now, I told you earlier also the idea which we saw here, namely, two extreme things. Number one, I should sacrifice my life to protect another's life, namely surrenderer, life of the surrenderer. I should sacrifice my life. Tan aliyat cheydal. Let me die and give protection to the hunter. That's what the bird thought. The bird thought it should sacrifice its own life. So that is the correct attitude of a protector. Number two, do not allow, as a protector, we do not allow somebody else to kill the surrenderer. Here I told you the example of monkeys pouncing upon, about to pounce upon Vibhishana to kill him. So Rama had to control the monkeys, so that Vibhishana is not harmed. So in that way, the protection must be extended to the surrenderer by sacrificing one's own life and not allowing others to kill the surrenderer, not to kill the surrenderer. And as Swami Rajagopalan Swami also said, Rakshika Shaktanana tan upekshadigalale aliya kodupudal seyyapperam. The protector is capable of saving the surrenderer. Rakshika Shaktan. Suppose the protector is indifferent, a little aloof. So if Rama had not exercised caution to protect protect Vibhishana the demon, then there would have been harm done to him. Though Rama is capable of protecting Vibhishana, tan upekshadigalale, because of his indifference. So Vibhishana has been accepted already by the attitude of Rama, and it is openly said to the monkeys. And therefore, if the monkeys try to do harm, to trouble or attack Vibhishana, that also should be prevented. So he cannot be slackened. Rama should not be slackening in his effort to protect Vibhishana. So upekshadigalale aliya kodupudal. So do not let the surrenderer be destroyed by somebody else. Aliya kodupudal seyyapperam. He will not do it. The protector will take very much care, deep care, so that the surrenderer is not troubled in any way. So in the Shastram, so this kind of signs, Aihika abhyudayarthamo, paralokarthamo, pratyavaya parihararthamo enna. Now there is the result, the end result of protection is analyzed this way. The product of protection, the final stage of protection, why should Vibhishana be protected? Let us take this example. Or why should the hunter be protected by the bird? Now, is it for Rama's fame not to be sullied by the opinions of all the people in the universe? Should he protect Vibhishana? This is what he says also. Rama says also. Madvido Janaha, he uses the word Madvido Janaha. And he says, I come from Raghuvamsha. I come from Shibi Vamsha. And people of the universe will mistake me for not protecting Vibhishana. Therefore, I protect Vibhishana. So the first purpose. So that is selfish purpose. Aihika meaning belonging to this world. Abhyudayarthamo, I want to promote myself. I want to show that I am a good person and therefore I protect. So is that way that Rama protected Vibhishana. Rama, as one of the incarnations, should not be ever blamed by all the people of the universe that Vibhishana was left in the lurch. So, is it that kind of promotion that he expects? That is self-appreciation. So, he wants all people of the universe to appreciate Rama, to adore him, saying that he protected Vibhishana and rightly. So, in the life of Rama, even after the exit of Sita, he was there for 10,000 years, keeping a gold idol of Sita in order to perform sacrifices like Ashwamedha and so on. Rama lived in Ayodhya for 10,000 years. Dasha Varsha Sagasrani, I think 11,000 years. Dasha Varsha Sagasrani, Dasha Varsha Shatani. 11,000 years he lived in Ayodhya as a king. So that means, so after the killing of Ravana, after returning to Ayodhya, and then he must have established a good kingdom, and his name should be famous. It should not become unpopular, and therefore Vibhishana was protected. So Aihika Abhyudayarthamo. Abhyudaya is promotion. Udaya is rising up. Abhyudaya is promotion. Or let us consider this also, but Paralokartham. So when he goes to the highest world, namely Vaikuntham, Sri Vaikuntham, there are two categories of people. One is Nityasuri, and the other is Muktas, the released souls. So what will they think? So Pitraloka is also there. So you have ancestors of our people. So they have gone to Vaikuntha. So released souls and Nityasuris, permanent residents of Vaikuntha. So will they blame Rama? So for that sake, he has to protect Vibhishana. So Paralokarthamo. Or, so the third purpose is Pratyavaya Pariharartham. So the purpose is to redeem Sita, to take back Sita from the clutches of Ravana. So was this main purpose to protect Vibhishana? Pratyavaya is trouble. The risk that Rama had. Pariharartham, in order to remedy the trouble, in order to rectify the mistake, in order to bring back Sita. That is that the purpose? These three purposes are mentioned. So what is the point in protecting Vibhishana? Is it for selfish promotion or in this world as Rama, or for the next world, Vaikuntham, where people will not be blaming him? Or the immediate trouble that he was facing was Sita was abducted, and therefore Sita has to be recovered, and therefore to rectify that mistake, Ravana was to be killed and Vibhishana must be protected. Now, Avai Nirka, let us not worry about that. Avai Nirka, let us not worry about these three purposes. Avai Nirka Murpada Prayojanantaram. You have another usage for this Saranagati, this protection, Abhaya Pradana. Whenever I say Saranagati, the other term also joins with it. Abhaya Pradana. Somebody surrenders, somebody protects. Somebody else protects. So protection is more important than the Saranagati. Because already we saw Saranagata, the surrenderer has no qualification. Has no need to be qualified to surrender. Therefore, Prayojanantaram is another usage for this Saranagati is Andrisamsyartham. So it is taking pity, showing sympathy. Andrisamsyam is sympathy. So Andrisamsya Artham, for the purpose of showing pity over others. So Andrisamsyam Ahira Mahagunatai Rakshikekyahavama. As Lord Sriman Narayana possesses all endless number of auspicious qualities, and this is one of the qualities, namely Andrisamsya. The famous qualities are Saulabhyam, Saushilyam. These two qualities are very famous. And then you have other qualities like Jnanam, Balam, Aishwaryam, Viryam, Shakti, Tejaha. These 6 qualities are popular. And along with that, you have a great list of auspicious qualities in Sriranga Gadyam, as we see. And now Rama should be called a pitiful man. Karuna Sagaraha. Vedanta Deshika in his Dashavatara Stotram calls him as Karuna Kakusta. He addresses him as Karuna Kakusta, personification of mercy. So every incarnation is given a separate quality. Ichamina, Viharakachapa, Mahapotrin, Yadrichahare, Rakshavamana, Rosha Rama, Karuna Kakusta, Hela Halin, Krida Vallava, Kalkavahana, Dasha, Kalkinniti Pratyaham, Jalpantah Purushaha, Punanti Bhuvanam, Punyauga Panyapanaha. So in the single verse, in Dashavatara Stotram, he explains all the incarnations, the 10 incarnations in a nutshell. Just one word for each incarnation. So for Rama, it is Karuna. So that is what we call Andrisamsya. The word is little difficult to understand. This word is not popular. Only in Shastras we say Andrisamsya. Otherwise, we say Daya, Karuna, so many other words known to us. So here, in English also, we have got a lot of words. Compassion, mercy, grace, and so on. So, Andrisamsyam in the Mahagunate, Rakshikekahomam. Again, there is a doubt we can raise up here. Suppose he wants to show that he is all merciful, then again it is selfish. So let us not consider this as a selfish quality, but the selfish action, that protection of Vibhishana is done for the sake of avoiding the blame by the people of the universe that Rama is pitiless. So he is sympathyless. So he has no karuna, he has no daya. And therefore, that is so. No, That is not the reason. So Nushamsan என்று நாட்டார் சீச்சி எண்ணாமைக்காகவும். The square blame on Rama would be if he does not protect or did not protect Vibhishana is, they will be saying that this fellow is heartless. We saw this word again. Ahirdayam. Ahirdayam. He is heartless. He is pitiless. So the word opposite of Anushamsyam, pity, is Nushamsyam. So Nushamsaha meaning a person who has no pity. Cruel. Cruel in nature is called Nushamsaha. This term is little technical. So Nushamsan into Natar. Natar meaning all the people of the universe, especially subjects of Ayodhya and even demons of Sri Lanka. Chi ennamikaho. So they will despise him. They will admonish him. They will find fault with him. They will reject him. They will not honor him anymore. They will disrespect him. That is the word for chi. In Tamil, it's a very derogative word. If somebody says chi to somebody else, that means he doesn't like, not only doesn't like, hate. So in extreme hatred, we say the letters twice, chi. So Natar is chi ennamikahuma. Again, this can be misinterpreted as a selfish motive. Because I must not be blamed, I don't want the letter chi from the mouth of anybody else. My friends, relatives, my citizens and so on. So Rama does it. No. That will be infamy. So I will get apakirti. That's what Rama feels. So the whole Ramayana will be purposeless. The whole incarnation will be a waste. And therefore, he has to show pity on Vibhishana. Then Api Shatrum. So we saw already, even enemy cannot be allowed to be free without being protected. So Api Shatrum. So Nere Shatrudan Mandu Sharanagatananalum Ariya Vidada Onnadabadiyagan. So again the statement we remind ourselves, namely, had Ravana come to Rama, then Ravana must have been protected by Rama. So Nere in person, Shatrudan Vandu, Ravana according to his own accord, of his own accord he comes, and then Sharanagatananalum, even when he comes there to the place. Had Ravana come to the place, seashore where Rama was residing, Ariya Vida Onnadabadi. There is no question of killing Ravana. இதுக்கு முன்பு ஒரு குற்றம் காணாதிருக்க. Now, only mistake done by Ravana was abduction of Sita. And many people do not know much about the mistakes committed by Ravana. So, இதுக்கு முன்பு ஒரு குற்றம் காணாதிருக்க. So, not a single mistake was found. And not a single crime was reported. So, Shatru irunda ஊரில் நின்றும் வந்தான். So now we are talking about Vibhishana here. So Vibhishana came from the enemy's place. That is not the reason to reject him. Shatru irunda ஊரில், because Sri Lanka was the place of kingdom of Ravana. Nindrum Mandan, ஊரில் நின்றும் வந்தான். And he came from that place. Bad place. என்கிற இவ்வளவை கொண்டு, taking it as a reason, சரணாகதனானவனை அழிய கொடுக்கலாமோ என்று தாத்பரியம். Tatparyam meaning, the inner meaning is, the essence of this Vibhishana episode is, even when we know that Vibhishana came from the enemy's place, he should not be allowed to decay. So he should not be allowed to be killed by others. The protector should save him. Apart from that, he must also, the protector also should ensure safety of the surrenderer from all other quarters. He must be very careful, the protector must be very careful in giving all-round protection to the surrender. Sharanagatananavane அழிய கொடுக்கலாமோ என்று தாற்பயம். கொடுக்கலாமோ meaning, can we allow Vibhishana to be killed by others? No. Parantapa. Parantapa is an address to Sugriva, as we saw already. One who scorches the enemies, one who gives trouble to the enemies. And the enemies cannot tolerate the attack of a hero, and therefore that hero is called Parantapa. Parantapaha. Sharanagatannodeyo Shevagam kaattuvathu. He must not join with the Sharanagata and show as though he is serving. And then we will Yuddham Shaivavanode Shevagam kaattuvathu. So shall we join with Vibhishana to fight against Ravana? That is not the way. So Nere, I think I'm not clear about this Tamil word. Sharanagatannodeyo Shevagam kaattuvathu. Shevagam is not given the meaning. Shevagam is service. So let us not show our sense of service along with the surrenderer. Here the essence, the essential meaning of Sugriva's statement is Vibhishana should not be accepted. At the same time, Rama instructs him that Vibhishana should be accepted, in spite of their opinion. I can give you another interpretation. Sharanagatannodeyo Shevagam kaattuvathu, in the sense, Sugriva need not oppose the surrenderer. Why should he take cudgels against the surrenderer? Why should he take the Vibhishana? Sevakam is Viryam. Okay. 5 is Viryam. Viryam kaattuvathu. Okay. Then that's right. So you should not show yourself as a hero against the Sharanagata. Vibhishana is surrenderer, and one must not show the power to vanquish him because he is a surrenderer. Nere Porumavanode andu. If Vibhishana comes and fights with us, then one can combat. One can go against him. So thanks to Keshavdas Swami. Viryam, Shevakam is Viryam. Shevakam in generally meaning, if you say, use the word Sevakam, Sakara, Saraswati Sa, then you have service. Okay.
That's so the reason not... I mean, when in the war, during the war, if somebody surrenders, they are not supposed to be killed.
Right.
So they should be given shelter. That is the thing which is in the war, the rule for the wars.
Yeah. There is a proverb, there is a Subhajitam, a good statement in Sanskrit, Kshama Shaktav. When you are powerful, you must be patient. So don't show your power against a weak person. Weak person in the sense one who surrendered. That's right. So Kshama Shaktav. Here, the same way. So Sugriva is asked not to show power to Vibhishana. And Vibhishana, if Vibhishana came to fight with Rama and others, then Sugriva should join with Rama to attack him, retaliate. So, Aihika Abhyudayartha, இவ்வுலகில் வரும் க்ஷேமத்திற்காக. So, number 2, கெடுதல் நிவர்த்திப்பதற்காக, பிரத்யவாய, we saw the word pratyavaya, கெடுதல், பரிகாரார்த்தம். So, the 3 purposes we saw. Andrishamsyam means karunai, nusamsaha means irakamatravan, pitiless bag, viryam, strength, virility, yuddham shaibavanode, that is porbavanode. So, 115. Na hanyat, என்று தான் கொல்லாது ஒழியும் அளவன்றோ என்ன. So we also, it is repeated, the idea is repeated. So not only the protector should not kill the surrenderer, but also should not allow others to kill the surrenderer. So they should also be made to take pity on him. So na hanyati என்று தான் கொல்லாது ஒழியும் அளவன்றோ என்ன. Rama should never kill a surrenderer. Anga nandru. Is it over there? The principle of Sharanagati is complete there? No. Sharanagathane veroruttar naliyum பொழுது, if somebody else attacks Vibhishana, ஆர்த்தன் திருப்தன் என்கிற சரணாகத அவஸ்தா விசேஷங்களை பாராதே. Now, let us not certify that Vibhishana was not an artaha, was not a driptaha, and therefore let us kill him. If this is the attitude of the surrounding people, like monkeys, then so let us not look into those words, terms, that Vibhishana's Sharanagati was not Artha Sharanagati. He did not come with an emergency to save him. That is Artha Sharanagati. He is in great trouble. He must be immediately saved. With that attitude, if had he come, so Artha, that's called Artha Sharanagati or Artha Sharanagatan, Artaha. Then Driptan, so if he is coming with his pride, insolence, his what you call haughtiness. So if he is haughty, Vibhishana was haughty, then you need not protect him. But generally, but in these two, sorry, you have to protect him even if he is haughty. And if these two conditions are also not satisfied by Vibhishana, so Sharanagata avastha visheshangal, Sharanagata surrenderer avastha status visheshangal special, the special statuses of a surrenderer. So let us not worry about them. Parade, let us not reject, let us reject them. Tan pranangalai aliya mariyum avane rakshika vendum. We already saw this idea in the previous page also. One has to sacrifice one's own life as a protector to save the surrenderer. Tan pranangalai aliya mariyum. Pranangal, it is given in plural because we have got 5 airs. Pranaha, apanaha, vyanaha, samanaha, and udana. These are the 5 vital airs in our body which are necessary for our sustaining life. And therefore, so all the, generally prana, the word prana is normally called the air that passes through the nose and exhaling air and inhaling air. And that prana is oxygen, as we saw, say it in science. That prana is always used in plural in Sanskrit. Always used in plural. We don't say pranaha, we say pranaha. So even if somebody passes away, we say panchatvam gataha. 5 have gone out. So not one. Not one life has ebbed out, but 5 have gone out. Panchatvam gataha. It's of course that what we call decent word without being understood by many. So in an auspicious occasion. In an auspicious occasion, we are not to say that so and so passed away. here, so avanai rakshikka vendum engra. Vibhishana must be protected. Now you have the Sanskrit words, the same. Artova yadiva dripta paresham sharanagata arif pranan paritrajya rakshitavyaha kritatmana. A lucky soul, a fortunate soul, namely a protector, should always extend safety to a surrender. That's what this verse says. That is arthaha. இப்போதே அபிமத சித்தி உண்டாக வேண்டும் என்று. Meaning, Vibhishana came there to surrender to Rama in order to achieve his desire, reach his goal. Abhimata siddhi. So he wanted to be successful in his favorite desire, fulfilling his favorite desire. Of course, favorite desire is one of which we know that he surrendered to Rama for the sake of surrender. That's all. He did not want anything in return. He had no expectations. And he said it clearly also. Now, in this verse, the first word is artaha. Artaha va yadiva driptaha. Now, we are talking about people surrendering to others. So, paresham sharanagataha. There are two shades of meaning here. So, number one, he was with Ravana so far. Vibhishana was with Ravana so far. That means he was with the enemy. He was with the enemy, para enemy. So, paresham sharanagataha. Actually, Vibhishana was surviving by the grace of Ravana rather, or by the food supplied by Ravana. So he was a subject of the kingdom, and though he had as a brother right to live there, he was dependent on Ravana. So Ravana was his protector, and therefore Paresham Saranagata. So previously he was surrendering to Ravana. Now he has come to Rama. Now Paresham Saranagata, now he has come to enemy side. So he was also in the enemy's quarters, and he is now also in the enemy's quarters. Paresham Saranagataha. Now another shade of meaning is, suppose a surrenderer comes to save himself from others. When you heard the meaning others, para meaning others, that is, for example, Sugriva or Hanuman. So Vali also said to Rama, Ravana was my slave, and therefore, had you said to me that Sita must be returned, then I would have told Ravana, and Ravana would have obeyed me. So this is the statement of Vali to Rama. So why did he not approach Vali? A protector, as Swami Rajagopalan Swami initially said, he is a fit person to be a protector. Had Rama surrendered to Vali, Vali would have got very easily Sita back from Ravana. And therefore, but Vali was transgressing the common rule of Sharanagati. In spite of Sugriva surrendering to his elder brother Vali, Vali did not protect him. Therefore, he had to be punished. This is not unknown by Rama. Rama knew very well as God that Vali is also capable of controlling Ravana. So that is it. So here, Paresham Saranagataha is, another aspect is, we must be so broad-minded as protectors that a surrenderer to others' feet should also be protected by us. So I repeat the meanings. So Vibhishana was in the enemy's quarters. He came from the enemy's place. And therefore, even if it is so, he must be protected. And he was dependent on the enemy earlier. In spite of it, we must protect him. And now he has come to others surrender. He has fallen at the feet of somebody else. And Rama also has to protect. Now, this is what we say in our case, for example, in our individual case, we go to the preceptor and show that we are artaha, show that we are driptaha, and we follow a process called ukti nishtha. And let us not consider swanishtha. So we use the method acharya nishtha. In turn, our preceptor appeals to the Lord Almighty to give us protection. So where are we surrendering? We are surrendering to the preceptor only. We are surrendering to our preceptor only. But what does the preceptor do? The preceptor appeals to the Lord Almighty to give us protection. In the same way, so when we know that a surrenderer has come to fall at the feet of someone else, we will try to help him. We will give him protection. So Arihi, enemy, pranan parityajya rakshitavya. So even in this case of somebody else surrendering to someone else, then that kind of enemy also should be protected. Generally, it's a king, it's a royal family's policy that if a king joins with one side, and that king also becomes the enemy for the opposite side. We call it ally, A-L-L-Y. So two kings join together and oppose another king, the third king. So here, an ally will be a king joining with another king. In the same way, here, so we must join the protector, right protector, in order to save a surrender. So how do we do it? Pranan parityajya rakshitavya. Let us sacrifice our life and protect the surrenderer. Who will do it? Kritatmana, a lucky person. The word Krita and Atmana means one who has fulfilled the purpose of his life. Krita Atma, Kritatma. So a person who has fulfilled the purpose of life is called Kritatma. That means a lucky person, a fortunate person will always extend protection to the surrenderer who surrendered to somebody else, or who surrendered to the enemy, or who surrendered to the highest Almighty, or in our case, who surrendered to the preceptor. Now, the second point of the word, Yadiva Triptaha, the first word, Artaha. So, Artaha is also given in two terms. Abhimata Siddhi Undaha Vendum endru. The surrenderer has the aim to fulfill his desire, favorite desire. Vilamba Chamanandike Irikavama. So he does not brook any delay. Vibhishana also falls into that category. Vilamba Chaman Andrike Irikavama. Vilamba, delay. Chamam, capable. So capable of bearing the delay. The late protection. So he is not ready. Vibhishana is asking for immediate solution. That is called Artha. Vilambittu Peralavadur Balatai. Suppose the surrenderer can afford to wait for some more time. Then he can gain strength. Vilambittu, after delaying, Peralavadur, when he gains Balatai, strength, Koli, aiming at the strength that he can get after some delay of time, Endrenumaha, then Abhimatam Siddha. Let us go to the next page and come back to the translation. சித்தமன்றோவென்று தேறி இருக்கவும். Now, if we find the surrenderer is not in a hurry to get his desire, favorite desire fulfilled, then let us be calm. The protector should be patient enough to give him protection later. Here, the protector should not hurry him up. The protector should not hurry the surrenderer up. He should not say that I will protect you now itself. Don't wait for me. So, தேறி இருக்கவுமா. So we must be peaceful in our heart as a protector to give him protection later. Now, the same word artaha is continued. We will take up this. Ivanukkum abhimadattai patra akinchanatayale aarti undu. So now we are coming to the first step of the surrender. A surrenderer should follow from this first step. So we will take up this 116 later. So the translation of this Artova yadiva drittaf paresham sharanagataha arif pranan parityajya rakshitavyah kritatmana. Yuddhakanda 18th canto. மிகவும் நொந்தவனாய் இருந்தாலும், ஆர்த்தா மீனிங் நொந்தவன், dejected, completely bored. So விளம்பித்து பலத்தை கோலினவனாய் இருந்தாலும், so even if drittaha meaning one who is ready to wait for some more time, so விளம்பித்து பலத்தை கோலினவனாய் இருந்தாலும். That's why I said he is proud of himself and therefore he can afford to wait. So he is ready to tolerate the delay in protection. பிறரிடத்துக்கு வந்த சத்ருவா இருந்தாலும், so even if he has come to the surrenderer has come to the enemy side, சாஸ்திரங்களை கற்றறிந்தவனால், the word kritatmana is given a beautiful meaning here. He has understood the entire wisdom, namely the rules and regulations prescribed by the shastras, namely scriptures. சாஸ்திரங்களை கற்றறிந்தவனால் உயிரை கொடுத்தாவது ரட்சிக்கப்பட வேண்டும். The protector has no other way except to sacrifice his life and save the life of the surrenderer.
ராமானுஜதயாவாக்ரம் ஞான வைராக்ய பூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதம் வந்தே கவிதாதிக திம்மாய கல்யாண குணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேசாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமः. சிவகிரோ பஞ்சானன பராக்கிரம வெங்கடநாத இரும் விஜயதாம்புரி ஈருண்டு கோபது எங்களமுடையார் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழினோர் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதரணியில் வாழ்வார்குவானே கோமள
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்ரம் ஞான வைராக்யபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம். கவிதார்க்கிகசிம்ஹாய கல்யாணகுணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேஷாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமः. சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. Om Namo Narayana.